All right. Good morning, everybody. It's been a good long week. It's 3:10:22. It's 67 degrees outside. Sitting in the back of the room with some homies tonight. Right there, that opening that was Zergtronic. He's got a show March 18th. Brought to you by Two Robbers. It's called In the Yard. It's somewhere in Austin. But tonight, I got some homies sitting with me. I got Scab rolling up.
Hey, this is Scab UTM. You can find me at my Instagram at motherfucking backs. That's MFIN_BAKS.
Hell yeah, San Antonio Graffiti Legends right here. Got Duo sitting next to him.
What's up, man? Duo 1, RTD crew.
Don't be afraid to get closer to the mic.
Features crew, and Booyah Clay.
Hell yeah. And of course, we got Amon, the fly on the wall.
Hey, what up? Fly on the wall. Amon, you can reach me at on my Instagram is 266 O&E.
Well, shoot,
We're gonna have to remember that shit. I didn't even know that, Emma. I didn't know you had your Instagram.
man, it's been a long week. It feels like long.
Yeah,
I guess because there's some parties coming up or something.
I'm
Spring break or
I'm
something.
still partying from fucking
The party never
the
stops.
party never stopped.
Party animal over here.
Hell yeah.
No shit. Last time I saw you, man, was at the bar, right?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that motherfucker in a while.
Hell yeah. Always good to see Amon.
So what's up, y'all from San Antonio?
Yeah. Born and raised, man.
Yeah. What part of town you from?
West Side, bro.
West Side?
Grew up over there off of, what is it? South San Fernando, right there off of General McMullen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right down the way.
Yeah, right down the way. Yeah, for sure. Probably like till I was about like 13. Grew up over there.
And you, Scab, you from San Antonio?
I'm from the North Central area, bro.
Yeah.
I grew up, born and raised in North Central.
Hell yeah.
Fucked around the West a little bit.
Yeah.
So what's up? What y'all been up to?
I've been working
Yeah.
and painting.
Man, you paint, bro. You've been doing it for a minute.
I try, shit.
Nah, man, you the do or do not. There is no try. You do, bro. You get it in.
Yeah, dog, for sure. Dog.
Climbing
Appreciate it. Thank you,
scaffolds for kicks.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I try to hit those high spots so they don't get buffed that easily. Yeah.
I like how we were talking about how that last spot you got, or the last spot that's up there, like how they're just gonna just put bricks over it,
Eventually, yeah.
and it's just still gonna be there.
Hopefully,
The time capsule.
unless the construction stops or something.
Yeah,
They've been doing it. They've been doing it. Another building I went and hit a while back, and I was like, I wonder how come they haven't buffed it. And I saw on the news the other day too. It said the budget for it on the construction has stopped.
Man, so they just cut it like that.
They cut the budget off. I saw that on the news. I was like, oh fuck yeah, my shit's gonna
Right.
it's gonna be riding a little while longer.
They don't got enough money to even paint that shit.
Yeah, they don't have money to do
Yeah,
that.
they'll be doing that shit though. Like a long time ago, I got busted for like some highway spot, dog. It was over there on 151 when they were still like making the bridges out there and shit.
Uh-huh.
I painted this like, so the bridge wasn't up yet, so it just had like two like face.
What, like somewhere over by SeaWorld?
Yeah, like kind of
Okay.
like going out there, not that far out, but like on the way out there, like by like Penn Road and all that.
Oh,
area.
okay.
So, like the bridges weren't even up yet and shit, but they had like where they're gonna connect and shit. So they had like the little side plates, and I fucking parked and all drunk, get off and just walking around like if I have like all the time in the world. Cars like parked on the side of the road, and a cop like came and like busted me, whatever. But like I got popped for that spot. And had to pay restitution for the buff and all this stuff. They never buffed it, bro. Like to this day, if you drive under there, they built.
You can still see it.
You can still see part of it, dog. Like they built the bridge and just fucking charged me for that shit anyway. Like, but they never buffed it, though. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn,
Just collect the money.
That's how they do that shit, bro. That shit is fucked up.
That's pretty ruthless.
So it kind of hurts a little because like I drive by it and I see it. I'm like, damn, I got popped. I paid for it. And they never fucking
I
buffed
want
it,
somebody
dog.
to
Like,
buff that.
yeah, like at least like damn, I had to pay for that.
That's dope.
Call your city councilman about that.
I
Just
don't
calling
feel
because I
validated,
paid
bro.
for that.
Yeah, bro.
personally
Statute
paid
of
for
limitations and all that shit, dog.
What councilman works in that area?
Yeah, I need to find out what district is that.
So how long you been painting?
Damn, dog. Man, since '96. So, I mean, however many years that is.
Yeah.
I don't know. like 20 something years already.
Yeah, like 24, 25 years, somewhere around there.
Yeah, man. Been a minute. It's crazy because this dude's been paying longer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been painting since about 92, 93.
Hey, you passed me that. You said 92, 93?
Yeah, about 92, 93.
How were the 90s? Did you like the 90s?
Yeah, I love the 90s.
Because I was just talking to him about it. Like, because, you know, I caught, like, the end of it. You know what I mean? I was, like, 17, 18.
How old are you right now?
I'm 38.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I caught
I'm
the end of
46,
the 90s.
yeah.
I caught the end of the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've been reading this book. It's called, what is it? The White Boy Chronicles. And it's about this dude in the north central side of San Antonio, like, selling crack, fucking bitches. Like, it's crazy. It's a book about some dude in the 90s doing all this shit. And it just trips me out because, like, I know where all those streets are that he's talking about, you know?
Oh, he goes into specific.
Yeah, dude, it's rowdy. It'll give you, like, addresses, too. It's crazy.
Oh,
What's that? What is it called again?
I want to say White Boy Chronicles.
white boy.
When you said it, I said, fuck it, I'm going to put that in my mind. My Boy Chronicle.
I thought that was pretty dope, reading a book from, like, someone from San Antonio, about San Antonio. Like,
Yeah. I mean, shit, reading about, like that time period, like the 90s was fucking crazy, man. Like, he's older than me, but, like, I still remember, like, how the gangs were just so, like, everything was just, like, about gangs back then. You know what
Really?
I mean? Yeah, man. Like, you couldn't, like, you know, like, I mean, if you compare it to, like, nowadays, you know, I know that there's still, like, little gangs here and there, but, like, it wasn't, like, in the 90s, man. Like, you couldn't even walk down the street, like, with a certain color on in a certain neighborhood. Like, it was like that. Like, it's not, I don't feel like it's like that anymore, but I might be out of touch.
I feel like the kids nowadays are kind of, like, calmer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really fade. Back then, like you said, Joel was saying that's when all the gangs were really, gangs ran everything. Yeah, the schools, middle schools, high schools.
Yeah, high school, man.
Yeah, they were I mean, I was cool with all gangs. So when I went to school, nobody really fucked with me. They knew I was just a tiger and I would fuck around.
That was 90s, like mid 90s.
Yeah, that was about mid 90s. But it's like when you say when in the early 90s the gangs were around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot harder to fucking write.
I remember the gangs though, like even like the gangsters, like when they would like get their gang names up and stuff. Like it was like kind of graffiti though. You know what I mean? Like it had that feel to it. Like it felt like that's what I noticed. It was just like, man, that looks like kind of like graffiti, but you could tell it still has that like that gangster feel to it.
That anger.
What is that, like that tag banger stuff?
Yeah, it's like kind of like a warning sign too. A lot of times they'll tell you like, "Don't fuck around over here," or "Have a pitchfork down, pitchfork up," whatever the fuck. I was like,
Man, that's some old stuff.
Yeah,
And-
what was that, like the folks up and folks down and all that?
Yeah, I've been jumped a few times. I jumped a few times because just for wearing. We're talking about all that gang shit, and one time I was wearing maroon, and they jumped me. Some cats downtown saying I was an MC. So a lot of
They
gangs,
used to wear the
maroon
color.
used to
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
bang maroon and shit.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
they weren't taking no for an answer. I was telling them, I don't bang, bro.
Yeah.
And fuck, next thing you know, bah. But yeah, that's the way it was back then. I think it was a lot harder, like you said, because of the gangs. They were more territorial. You couldn't really fuck around and ride in certain hoods or just.
I don't even feel like it's like nowhere near anything like that anymore.
Nah.
Nah. Now you get a pass everywhere. You could.
Yeah.
I'll go right wherever the fuck. I don't give a
Yeah, it's not like that. I had a group of they're like big time kings or something rode up on me right there on Driftwood where the train stops over where 90's at. You know that big old sidewall right there. You got it before. And I was doing something like back then. I was painting like daytime, like no problem. Like it was just chill. Like nobody would fuck with you.
Yeah.
And they rolled up a bunch of like kings and shit, and they were just like asking me like, what gang are you in? And I'm like, I'm not a gangster, bro. Like I'm just doing graffiti. Like this says my name, and they're looking at me like crazy, like what? Like you're just writing your name? Like you're not in a gang? Dog? Like, why are you wasting your paint? Dog? You know what I mean? Like
They're all, you want to join our gang?
yeah, dog, that's what I thought was coming. And I was just like, I'm gonna get jumped in here. But they were kind of cool though. They were just like kind of like
Checking it out.
just checking it out and shit. And they're like, all right, well, we're whoever, and they just like they left and shit. And I was
Yeah, sometimes like they'll get off to like whatever you're doing.
yeah, dog,
And
like they're cool.
That'll be your pass.
Yeah,
you know?
that'll be your pass.
You're lucky if one of them fools likes your shit. Dude.
Yeah, they'll be
dog.
like, or they'll ask sometimes, hey, can I use your paint, man? Fucking write
Yeah,
something.
I always ask that
Yeah.
shit, dog. Always. Fucking, even to this day, people will,
Right.
like if they see you painting like a fucking wall, dog, like
They
somebody
wanna write
always
some
comes up
shit.
and wants to like, can I write my name right here? And you're just like I guess.
Yeah, take it, bro. There's a scrap in there
I'm
somewhere.
cover it anyway. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Any wild chase stories?
Oh,
I know there's some wild chase stories.
Yeah. It's too fucking many.
I don't know.
What you got? Pull
Do
something
they
out the
have to
vault.
be graph related?
Nah, man.
Not-
Anything,
a lot of-
anything. Because everyone should know. Like most graph writers
Yeah.
dabble in everything.
And
Yeah, I used to dabble in a lot of stuff. I used to do a lot of robberies and jackings and thieving and shit. I used to go and steal cars. Yeah. So a lot of times, the homies I used to go with, they weren't even into painting, bro. They didn't give a fuck. They knew my name and everything, but my real homies don't paint. They're not. They grew up around it because of me and stuff, but they don't give a fuck. They're more
That's
about
not their
making
shit.
money.
Yeah.
They're more doing stupid shit. But yeah, one time I was it was me and a homie, and we're breaking into cars and shit over there for Cherry Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're driving. He's driving, and I'm fucking riding shotgun and shit, whatever the fuck. And from a distance, you can see a cop coming towards us. It's a back street back there. And I told my homeboy, hey, turn off the light, man. We had the light inside. He's looking through a purse, whatever the fuck. And sure enough, that cop fucking passes up. He does a U-turn and shit, whatever the fuck. We start hauling ass, but he's still way behind us. We take off into the neighborhood right there. I guess it's like they're riding back at Shell Station and all that shit over there, Vance Jackson. So anyways, we throw a little chase, and we ended up losing him. But then once we're going down the street, he comes up in back of us out of nowhere, and he has his lights on us. I'm driving my homeboy. Well, now he's not alive no more. But my homeboy was the one that was shotgunning. He couldn't get out of my car, and the door was fucked up. So once we start getting towards Van Jackson, there's another cop coming straight towards us, and I just tell my homie, hey, we're going to have to run, dip the car and run. No, I can't get out, and whoop-de-whoop. So fuck it, it was just now or never, and I just fucking jumped out of the car. I'm the driver. I jumped out, and the cop running in back of me. The cop that was already in back of me, he jumped out of his car too. He's in back of me. I'm running between two houses. I jump a fence, boom. He jumped the fence too. I'm running through a backyard, and in those kind of alleys right there, the dump truck comes in the back.
So they got real alleys. They
have alleys with trash
that
cans
are functional.
Yeah, that are nothing like.
Not like my alley. Like my
West
alley.
Side alleys, you can't even fucking drive down.
You get exactly.
The grass is too high.
And then when he jumped the fence, I cleared the fence, the back fence, jumped in the alley. He didn't clear the back fence. I just heard trash cans fall, and I looked, and he was hanging by his fucking leg. He got caught on the fence. I jump another backyard. I climb on a private gate. I'm on top of a house, and I don't have a shirt on. My homeboy that was off, his arm was bleeding, bro, from breaking into cars. He had cut all his arm up, so I give him my shirt, right, whatever the fuck.
Stop the bleeding. Yeah,
to stop the bleeding. So I'm up there, and it's like 3 a.m, bro, and on top of the roof,
and you're just chilling on the roof.
I'm on the roof with no shirt. I'm on the roof with no fucking shirt. Just cops are running back and forth and shit, and dogs are barking all in the fucking alley because they're in the alley and shit. So I can kind of see my car, and my car's up on the yard. It went up on somebody's front yard because I just jumped out of it and fucking bumped and jumped up on somebody's yard. So anyways, the cops are looking for me, and they have flashlights. They're looking around and shit. And then one was saying, call in an air unit. And he's like, nah, it's too much. It was raining that day. It had been raining. And that's what we like to do. A lot of times when it would be raining and shit, we knew people were asleep. So we would go and break into their cars or steal cars, whatever we could get in. So people were asleep. Yeah. Sleep really well when you're asleep, right? I mean, when it's raining.
Yeah.
So anyways, they bring in a canine and shit. And the canines were really scared because I said, fuck, I can't escape a canine.
Yeah.
They're bringing the canine, they bring a truck, they take them down, and they end up catching my homeboy down the street. And then when the cops get there, the sun's coming up, but it's still cloudy. It's grayish skies.
Yeah.
Well, the whole time I'm plotting, I see a truck, a little bike in the backyard of the neighbor's house, and I'm like, fucking, when the sun comes up, I'm gonna just grab that bike and I'm gonna take off on it. And so they come, the flatbed tow truck, they take my car. Then I hear them saying, we got one of the suspects. Sure enough, they bring my homeboy out. I'm looking at everything. I'm on top of the roof. I can see everything, but then it starts raining, bro. Once it starts raining, they ended up leaving. Once they left, I jumped down. I grabbed that bike, and I'm on Vance Jackson, like this, with no shirt, bro, with no shirt, all wet and shit. Just clothes are all dripping and shit. And at this time, this was like in 98, 99, around there.
Back in the day.
It was back in the day.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Statute of limitations, bro.
Yeah.
And so I called up my girl at the time, and I'm on a payphone. I'm like, hey, man, you got to come get me. I'm over here. man, where the fuck you been all night and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm
Like,
like,
not right now.
yeah, I told her exactly. I was like, bitch, don't even fuck around, man. Just get the fuck over here right now, man. I don't got no shirt on it. Why the fuck don't you have a shirt? You probably ran out of some bitch's house because the fucking dude. And I was like, just get over here. Sure enough, the bitch got there, went and bonded out my homeboy. But I got away. I mean, shit. Every chase I've had, a foot chase, I've gotten away, bro.
Damn.
Everyone. I've never.
Blessed, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's when I stay in the cars when they usually end up fucking.
Yeah, dog. I had a fucking car chase too with Suffer one time, dog. When we were younger, right here on the west side too, on Commerce, dog. We were painting the spot. You remember the old Long John Silver's? I don't even know if it's still there or not. There used to be a Kmart, and there's a Long John Silver's across the street. Now, I think now it's a school.
Where's
though.
that? What street you say?
Right there on Commerce. Though.
Yeah.
And it's like
Right before the
there's a
By St. Mary's University.
yeah, like all that, like all that.
Carnival,
Yeah, the university's right there too.
Our Lady of the Lake. There we go.
Lake, bro. Yeah. So like we're painting. They have that little like drive-through car wash, like from the Valero or whatever. That's what we're painting on. So we're chilling, like we're taking turns. Like there's a payphone and like Suffer's like parked by the payphone. I'm doing my thing. I finished and I switch off with him and I'm just acting like I'm on the phone. Whatever. We finish, right? So we circle back around. And when we come back around the street, there's a fucking Malibu parked on the other side, dog. And I was like, I don't remember seeing that car there, dog. Like, it's like in the cut, like just out of nowhere, it's just there. And we're already on the street, dog. So like, I'm just like, wow, that was weird, bro. And then like, I noticed this fucking truck pull up, like regular cars, dog, like just a white pickup truck comes up behind us. And I'm like, damn, dog, I feel funny about this. It's kind of weird, dog. Like there was like no cars, like this whole fucking time that we were painting. We maybe saw like one or two cars, dog.
Now like a truck.
Now there's a car parked there, and then there's a truck like fucking following us, dog. Like it's late, like probably like 3 a.m. or something like that, dog. So like I start speeding up. It was almost like this dude's story, dog. And like I'm speeding up, dog, and like the truck doesn't really like follow like too hard, but then like I notice like it's fucking coming hard, and like by that time I'm already coming on that curve right there by the park. Like if you keep on going down, it's I forgot what the name of that park is or whatever, but.
Elmendorf
Park,
Elmendorf
yeah.
Park.
So I'm coming up on that curve, dog, and fucking like I'm like, as soon as I hit this curve, I'm gonna fucking try to just as fast as we can go down 19th and go in the fucking neighborhood, and fucking as soon as like we do that, we go in the neighborhood. There's a fucking cop car out of nowhere in the fucking neighborhood. Boom, turns on its lights, comes up like right on me, and I'm like, oh dude, we're fucked already. And then all of a sudden, it just fucking turns its lights off and like just fucking falls back. Like, I don't like, just as soon as he pulled up on us, that's how soon he fucking fell back off us. So I keep on gunning it down the street. I'm coming up to like Buena Vista. As soon as I come up on Buena Vista, fucking all like 4 or 5 fucking cop cars are ready lined up. And they just fucking lit me up. And that's when I was like, nah, dog, we ain't gonna get out of this one, dog. So I fucking pulled right there in the middle of the street, dog, just fucking pulled over, and they fucking, you know how they used to do it with the fucking get the fuck out, and they fucking took us out, had us on the floor there in the middle of the fucking street, whole street, fucking, here comes a fucking helicopter after all that shit. We're ready, fucking got caught and shit, and fucking, yeah, dog, we didn't get out of that. I remember it took us down to remember that old ass fucking, the old jail that they used to have, the one that they tore down? Yeah, that one, dog. They took us in there.
Oh, shit.
They had us in separate rooms, and Suffer had like all these fucking like rolls of film from like all these spots that we had done and like all this old shit, bro. And they fucking took all that. Never got it back, fucking. And then, you know, I think I got like a criminal mischief or some shit for that, but didn't get out of that one, dog. Yeah, it was crazy though, dude. I still remember it like to this day. Like right when all those motherfuckers like lit us up, I was like, damn, we're fucked. Yeah, dog.
You and Soph, huh?
Yeah, me and Victor, dog. Fucking.
How's he doing?
He's doing
Yeah, I was
better,
gonna ask
man.
that.
Yeah, he's doing better, bro. I don't know if y'all heard they already moved him to Houston.
Oh, okay.
So now he's in Texas. So that's
good.
A step. Yeah, that's a big step forward. He's like starting to like talk a little bit more. Like he's trying to talk more, and he can like do more like facial expressions and stuff. So it's like small steps in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good.
Yeah, hopefully soon he can have visitors and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he's looking good though, man. He wrote his name actually, dog. Because his sisters, man, they've been with him like since day one, since all this happened.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, you know, they're there by his bed, and they're trying to like make him do things. You know what I mean? So he's like not just laying there and like,
yeah.
you know,
So he's active.
So he's active, and he can like hopefully get better faster. and he wrote his name, man, on like a little dry erase board. Like it's all like wonky, but he did it, dog. I was like,
Hey, that's what's up,
dude.
hell
Like
yeah.
that's fucking crazy. Like I didn't think like he was gonna get that far this quick already, but hopefully,
good.
yeah, man. Hopefully it's in the right direction for sure.
Man, so being back to young in the 90s, before the internet like killed everything.
Yeah.
So you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think the internet killed a lot of things. I mean, it's good also. I mean, it is informational and shit, but at the same time, yeah, I think it can kind of get you caught up, or some people just think their graph is, I don't know, top notch, or they're out there just killing it. When I know a lot of people aren't out there just killing it like that. I go around the whole fucking city, and I mean, I can tell you who kills it and who. Yeah, there's just some people that do that, and some people just get fame off the internet. It's all good. I mean, however you want to do it, but at the same time, real graph heads know real graph, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to see it the old school way. Like I remember waking up in the morning, going to school to Edison. I used to see like some brand new USA shit, or like some like
USA
scab
UTM
shit. Like
yeah.
it would feel exciting, and like to see it. Oh fuck! Like that's the shit we used to look forward to seeing.
We had to get around to see the shit.
Yeah, you
We
had to
couldn't.
see it for yourself.
Man, I remember when I-10 was crushed.
Fuck yeah, dog. All that whole area, dog. Like fucking Blanco, fucking. We used to
Yeah.
do like back.
All of it.
Like that's like kind of like what Amon's saying. Like you drive around. Like we would drive around just to go see graffiti, dog.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Even
now-
now,
Bro, I had to drive from the northwest to like come
It
see
was fun
some.
because you didn't know what the fuck you were gonna see. Like you're just gonna like drive. You knew that like certain areas were gonna be fucking bombed though.
Yeah.
So you would fucking drive like by Edison for sure because you knew that y'all motherfuckers were out there bombing shit. Like fucking by Ingram, there's like other fools bombing out there. Like it's different areas. But like now, I mean, you could just fucking.
You don't even have to leave the house.
and fucking like just look up. Like I mean, fucking. Most of the spots, people are painting them, and they're like fucking posting them before they're even fucking done. Like they're posting the fucking spot, dog.
What is
Like,
he gonna do?
It's like what the fuck? Like I don't even have to drive by the fucking like. I don't have to drive. It's like already there, like on your fucking phone and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, dog?
Yeah, nah, back in the day, the scavenger hunt made it fun. Like, you go out there, man. You're in the streets looking for other shit.
Yeah,
Looking
but
for
like you
shit.
said, you see new shit, and you'll be like I used to see a lot of other people, shit, especially gangbanging shit too. Like, that's what kind of inspired me more was the gangbangers.
Yeah.
Cause them motherfuckers, some of them were just
Some of them were actually pretty
killing-
good.
Yeah, some were actually pretty good. Their hand styles and shit. There was a gang right here in towards Fox Tech ICOs,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and they had some bombers. They had like some couple of bombers, man. And it was a gang, but they actually had bombers on their shit. And they couldn't go tag in their hood. That was another thing too. Like they would cross their shit out by the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
day. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I started seeing a lot of gang members with like with tags.
Like hand styles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a lot more hand styles back then too.
Yeah, for sure.
See, I remember like when I was coming up, I remember like MSE, because that was like the neighborhood I lived in. And I would always see like Slam,
Slammer.
Tom's, fucking like that was the shit I remember.
Actually, just
seeing.
came from Tom's a little while ago.
Oh,
Got a
yeah?
haircut. Shout out to my boy Tom's.
Oh,
Oh
damn.
hell yeah!
Yeah, Tom's still out here.
That's tight. Yeah, see, that's all the stuff I remember, man. Like, and it looked like it had like gangster feel to it, but you could tell like it was still like some like hand styles to it though. Like it wasn't like regular like gangster. I don't know. It was like kind of like a mix.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Like now when you see like old like an old school guy make like comeback.
Yeah,
You know, like and beat in it now with these young
mixing
cats.
it up still. Like
Yeah, like
doing it
out,
better
like
still,
out of
like,
nowhere. Oh fuck! Like,
what?
yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
I
I like
feel when you
that.
see those scab spots, you're just like,
Yeah.
damn, dog, like that's fucking crazy. Like I feel like when I was really active is when you were like not. That's when you had like your little break or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when I like once I stopped again, then you had already like came back and you're like you were doing your thing. Like towards the end of my run, you're already like fucking like
Still-
coming back and just like you're still fucking
Yeah,
doing your thing.
I had to
Came
stop a
back
few
hard.
times. Prison bids and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
That prison bid, and then the thing is, like, after you do time and shit, after a couple of years, and you come out and you start enjoying life, you kind of think like, "Fuck, man, is this really worth it?" Because I don't want to go back in there and have your parents cry for you, your girl cry for you, all because of your little mistakes,
Yeah,
and you lose life. You know, you see everybody progressing, you see fucking people having families and shit, and having houses and everything, and you lose out on all that.
Yeah, dog,
So-
for sure.
Once I came out, I was like, fuck, it was a hard habit to fight. Like, should I fucking start writing again? Or shit?
Hey, but at least it's graffiti. It's not nothing,
Yeah,
worse.
that's another thing. Because, like I said, I was doing a lot of other stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And now kind of the graffiti replaced all that. Now my nights are filled with just graph.
That's like as worse as it gets.
Exactly, that's as worse as it gets.
That's what you want in life.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
like the compromise. Yeah, there was like, I mean, I was only in there for like 9 months, but like a lot of the fools that I saw like at Dominguez that I was in there with.
I used to catch your scribes and shit in there when I went one time. I was like, this motherfucker's still hitting.
I think I was already out of there, but a lot of those dudes that I remember from being in there, like I seen them when like I got out, and dude, they went like fucking like in there. I mean, you have to be clean in there and shit. But, like, these dudes were battling like fucking like heroin addicts and shit like that. You know what I mean? So like when they come back out, they're they're trying to fight that shit, and a lot of them don't fucking make it. They just fucking end up right back in there, bro.
Yeah.
That's
I feel sad when I see homies like that too. I'll come out here, I'll be pumping gas somewhere or something. Hey, what's up, homie? Damn, bro.
Yeah.
They'll be all
down and
drugged out, bro. Fucking like, I don't know, man. Just I emphasize for them homies like that too, man, a lot.
Yeah.
I'll try to buy meals and shit. You hungry or something, bro, or something? I'll try to help them out as much as I can, but.
Yeah, they probably just don't have that like that support system around them. You know what I mean? Like once they come out, they're just like on their own and shit.
Their willpower too.
I know
that too. Yeah,
because to be clean, like
It's hard.
It's a job,
It's
man.
hard.
It's a job. It's
every day probably. Dog.
yeah, man. Once you've been partying, and it's I mean, we're in San Antonio. It's so easy to get whatever the fuck you want here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's a job.
And I say to each their own. Like everybody's got their own fucking drug.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everyone
takes
has their own poison.
But if you can control it,
I mean,
and you can manage it, hey, fuck, that's what's up.
that's
But
the
if
thing.
you're out here and you're fucking out here just doing stupid shit on the street,
The thing's to like manage it and not abuse it.
exactly.
That balance, you gotta have that balance.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I stopped drinking, though, because I was on my second DWI, dog. So and then I was like, all right, I know I like to drink, but I don't know when to fucking stop. That's the thing. Like once I do start drinking, I want to just keep fucking going and like just have fun the whole
I'm the
night.
same
And
way.
every fucking time I got busted was when I was fucking drunk, dog. Every fucking time. So ever since I stopped, dog, I ain't been in trouble since. And that's like straight up, dog. Like I was just like, damn, like that's all I had to fucking do. Shit, I should have done that a long time ago. Yeah. I don't know how many $thousands later, fucking down the line and shit. You know, like.
But you still drink just at the crib, or
Nah, I don't drink. I haven't drank like in fucking 7 years, I think. I've been sober already.
All right.
Like, yeah, dog, since I got my last DWI in 2015. No, 2011, I think. 2015. That's when I got the last DWI. Second one. And I was like, that's it, dog. I gotta fucking chill. My dad was
You
like,
chilled all the way,
my dad's like, you could just like drink at home. Like you don't have to drink when you go out. I was like, man, I'm gonna drink at home. And then like I know like all my friends that I have too. I'm gonna want to go out and fucking be like, well, where y'all at? Like I'm gonna fucking leave and I'm gonna
Go
hop
drink
around
with the homies.
and I'm gonna fucking get pulled over, dog. Like I'm just better off like. And it's crazy, dog. I just like cold turkey fucking stopped that shit and it fucking like it wasn't a big deal. I got lucky and shit.
man, if you weren't addicted, you beat that addiction.
I think like the addiction wasn't really drinking. It was just that feeling of like I
Getting
used to
into-
love getting fucking like drunk and like just
Getting into shit.
yeah, just like going to like
Drunk
ride on
adventures,
shit.
yeah.
I would feel like I could ride on anything, bro. Like when I was drunk, I would feel like I was like the fucking king of the fucking world. Like I was like, man, nobody can stop
It was
me.
like that,
you know what I mean? Like
that Viper you did on the downtown on top of the lights. It was like in the middle of a building. Ah, fuck.
Or what? You had to like shimmy up the pole or what?
which one? I don't
It
do
was.
that.
I think it was right there by backstage.
Yeah, by like Rock Box. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
the one right there.
Oh yeah, the one by the street light.
Yeah,
yeah.
Viper.
See, I was drunk. on
He
that
was
one,
flying
too.
up to his own.
Yeah, I remember. I had
He
seen
woke
that
up in the
spot
morning like,
before.
how? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, dude. Like I had been wanting to do that spot for a long time, and I just happened to be driving by there that night when I was drunk, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do it tonight. And I know you know that feeling too. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna do it tonight. And sure enough, dog, like I just fucking shimmied up there, and I remember when I got up there and started walking along the part that has the traffic light on it. That shit was just like going like this, and I was like fucking holding onto the wall, like fuck, yeah, that thing was just like boom,
It wobbles, right?
boom, yeah, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like trying to like waiting for it to stop so I could fucking like, and I'm all drunk, dog, and I'm just like trying to like fucking get through it. Yeah, that was fucking,
Damn.
that was crazy.
I never knew you had hit that spot until my boy Vix told me you had hit it first.
Oh, the one that dude Seymour did it.
Yeah.
And it was riding for a while.
I thought
too,
he had
yeah.
hit it first. And,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
Vic
no,
told me,
I
"Oh,
did
Viper
it.
had hit it."
I remember when
Yeah,
Mister
I
did
a
it.
while back.
Who? Oh, Mister.
Mister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did
did
it,
that
Mister.
spot.
He did it after though too. I think
Yeah.
he did it after me.
Yeah, he did it after you.
Yeah.
I go do bids and I don't see a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I go do shit, I'll go do a bid here and there, and I'm like, damn, I'm gone for.
He got up for a little bit. He did his thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mister. I
Mister?
saw
Hell yeah.
saw a little bit of his shit.
R.I.P.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. He was so young, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that was real crazy. He was a real cool dude.
He had just started rapping. We just started getting him like rapping in the studio and stuff like that. And like we were getting him little features, and then that just happened out the blue one day.
Tragic.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, he was a cool little dude.
I never got to meet him, but yeah, I used to see his shit. I liked it.
Yeah, little bomber. For sure.
So how long you been skateboarding?
I've been skateboarding since my teens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I said, during bids, I'm gone a couple of years. I'll stop skateboarding and come out. I might pick it up, but it's actually kept me out of trouble too.
Really?
Skateboarding? Oh fuck yeah, because it gives me something to do. Because if I don't do nothing, and I got free time. I don't have no kids. I don't believe in no relationships and shit. I
I like your stance on that. That's pretty funny.
I like to just be
I
by
don't believe
myself
in
and so yeah, I'd be doing a lot more painting if I didn't skate.
Really? Man, I wish I could pick it back up, but my ankles are made of glass.
They're already fucked up.
Bro, look, I'm a bigger dude, you know what I mean? So I'll hurt myself just walking sometimes all drunk.
That's what it seems to be the problem. A lot of times, just drinking, huh?
Yeah.
Drinking seems to be
Damn
the
it.
problem.
Man,
It's the drinking.
I could fucking. I tried skating, dog, back in the day. I was fucking sucked at it so bad. Like, I could never fucking get the balance for that shit. I was just,
It's
like,
good to get to
gave it up.
spots too. Like a lot of times when I want to get to spots
Uh-huh.
or climb something, I just throw the board right there and then use it to climb, or I'll just like that. So a lot of times to get to spots, I'll skate over there. I'll park my car and then I'll skate over there. And it kind of throws you off sometimes because sometimes I'll play it off like I'm just skating a curb or something. I've had cops pass by me or security and they look at me and I'll just be skateboarding, like acting like I'm skateboarding a curb and
Yeah,
shit.
just kind of like
Yeah. and
throw them
just-
off and shit.
I had some cats chase me one time in San Diego, bro. And when they came up to the light, they didn't see me with my skateboard. I was actually crossing them out. But when they got, I ran and I grabbed my skateboard and I put my shirt on. And when I hit the light, there's like a Arco, which is like a fucking gas station over there. And my car's parked at the Arco. And they hit the light and I looked over at them. And they looked at me and they were mugging me for a minute. But then since I had my skateboard, I guess, and since I had a shirt on, they're like, nah, that's not the motherfucker we're trying to chase. Because the other dude they were looking for didn't have a shirt and didn't have a skateboard. I had my skateboard hidden. But yeah, I got out that
Yeah, I
little
can see
shit
how
too.
that's a good prop.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit. It seems like a lot of fucking riders in the '90s were like skating, dog. Like,
Yeah.
because I know like Orr, told me like he used to skate with like some dude named Gozer, fucking
Oh, fuck
bunch
yeah,
of
go
dudes.
there.
that they all them dudes used to skate, and I was like, damn, dude, like that seems like that all they would do is skate around and fucking tag on everything. You know what I mean? Like it was like skating and riding just go. Like,
Even
hand in
today,
hand, dog.
there's a lot of skaters that ride
Yeah, right,
too, man.
Yeah. I think it's crazy how there's skate parks here now. So I
that's
remember,
another-
you know what I mean? But back in the
Yeah,
day,
back
that shit wasn't available. That shit wasn't there.
It's,
park,
it's
there
like they
was-
didn't want to like
Yeah.
even do that.
Yeah.
Like they probably thought it was like a bad idea to like have like skaters congregating somewhere. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to fucking not here in San Antonio.
Starting gangs and shit.
Yeah, dog.
We don't need no skate gangs. We got enough gangs. We don't need
Yeah,
skate gangs and shit. Nah.
We're just gonna create more.
Yeah, we're just create more.
So what? When you started riding, who was riding?
Back when I was riding in the 90s, it was really just gang riding.
Yeah.
A lot of BTKs. We're talking about a lot of BTK shit.
There was no like any
Other
other graffiti
There
crews
was like
back then.
one dude that used to ride a lot, and he started riding with us. He was from the South Side, and he was a white cat, and he was out from LA, and he used to ride Unseen. And he had an apartment right there by Nimitz Middle School and shit. And we were young, we are like 14, 15 and shit. And I already had seen his shit on the South Side a couple of times, and I was like, damn, who's this dude Unseen? And finally, when we got to meet him, we would go to his apartment and chill and shit. He drank a lot of 40s. He was out drinking Key Cobras. So we'll be chilling at his house. He'll be busting sketches, and he would bring us mean streaks, and he would bring us like cholo gear and shit from LA.
from
yeah,
out there from Cali.
him and another homie of mine named Roland Goofy USA. I don't know about Goofy USA. He used to bring shit back from Cali, Ben Davis's, and all kinds of badass gear. So with him and Goofy, they would bring all this shit back from Cali. They would bring streaks. They would bring us. That's how we started getting more and more into the graph scene.
Oh, okay.
Then my homeboy Drip, he came from Canoga Park, LA. The earthquakes hit LA in 1994.
Oh yeah.
And he ended up moving over here. And so then me and him started UTM because he was just a free agent. He was just out there riding in Cali by himself. And then when he hooked up, he moved across the street from me. Then we just started riding.
Oh, cool.
What did that cat write? What was it?
He used to ride DREP, DREP.
How long ago
He
was
was
that?
a young cat. That was about 94 exactly.
Oh damn.
That was in 94.
Yeah, see, graffiti wasn't even on my radar, dog. Like, I didn't start graffiti until '96. I was like aware of it, you know. Like, I was like super toy status back then. So like, that's crazy.
How old are you right now, dude?
42.
42. All right.
Yeah,
You're up there with me. Shit.
I think I'm like the generation after you, I guess.
All
Like
right.
graffiti, because like that's the other thing too. Like, you guys were like known for bombing, dog. Like, just like everything was like just tagged and bombed. And then like I remember I started seeing like pieces and shit, like, and that was like that
Who would
dude
you-
Evoke.
Okay,
Remember that
okay,
dude
okay.
Evoke?
R.I.P. to Evoke.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that dude. He was like, he had like fucking like the first graph shop I remember ever like going to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fucking him, fucking Shoop and fucking CN. Like, those were the first dudes that I remember seeing. Oh, Pays and fucking like Feb and them dudes.
Pays was the first one for me. He used to have his own graph shop. And
But like, as far as like pieces and shit like that was like a different, like I had seen bombing from these fools, and then I saw like little permission walls and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, more like fucking like taking it to like another level. And that was like my introduction to like, you know, the other like more like, you know, higher versions of graffiti and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's crazy. And I was still just like, I didn't know anybody. Like, I think all you guys probably like had met each other like
Yeah.
some way or fashion.
how did you
And,
end up being RTD then? Because you just started out riding by yourself?
Yeah, pretty much, dog. I was riding by myself, actually, man.
What were you
dude,
writing?
The very first name that I wrote was Mike, my name. Like, I swear to God, that was the very first thing I wrote, dog. And I didn't have a name yet. And then I think my first name was Exit. And then I started writing Styles. That was my name for a while. And then eventually I came up with Duo. And that's the one that stuck. But, man, like, everybody I started out with, all them dudes just like kind of like they just fell off, and I was just out there by myself. And then I met that dude Busta, and yeah, I know you know Busta because
Yeah, because he used to fucking write Busta, and I used to write Besta.
yeah. Dog. So like, and I would always tell him too. I was like, I don't know if you want to write something, but nah, he's a good dude though, man. That's like my brother. We're fucking battling each other, and one night I was riding with my girlfriend at the time. Right there at that same fucking bridge, bro. Like, everything would always go down there at that fucking bridge on 90, like where the train stops. And remember, everybody would paint that wall under there, like,
underneath it.
yeah. So
I know what
fucking,
you're talking about. Yeah.
he's there with like two of his homies, and they're going over my shit. And I'm just like, all right. Like, I saw him, and I was like, oh shit, pull up real quick. So I was like, hey, you're Busta, and he's like, yeah, man. I was like, hey, well, I'm Duo. I was like, so what do you want to do? Like, you want to keep going at it, or fucking? Because I noticed he had like people with him. So I was like, I've been painting by myself, dog, and I see like you got people with you. So like, I was like, we could keep going at it and see like where it goes, or like I can come back with my paint and we could just fucking rock some shit, whatever you want to do. He's like, that's cool. So like, I went home and got paint and came back, and then like I just painted with them like the rest of the night, and that's how I met him. And like then we became like fucking brothers, bro, to this day. Like that's my fucking dude. And then that's how I started meeting everybody else. Like I remember, like, I always tell this story, dog, about Victor, about Suffer. Dude, because that fool was always, like, already, like, doing walls. Like, he was, everybody knew Victor already. Like, Suffer, everybody knew Suffer, right, in the graffiti scene, the art scene and shit. And so, like, when I was coming up, and the dudes that I started riding with, I remember we saw him painting this wall one time. And he's up there on the ladder with his fucking headphones on and shit, just vibing out. And we're like, oh shit, it's fucking Suffer, dog. Like, let's go fucking say what's up. Let's go say what's up. We're all excited, dog. Like, for real. Like, no shit. Like, no lie. So we pull up, all fanboying and shit. And he doesn't even know we're fucking there. We're like looking at him on the ladder. And he turns around, and I was like, he comes down, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Duo, and this is my homie Supa, and this is my homie Busta. And he's just like he went like this, like, And he just went like that and went back up the ladder, dog, like that. And then I was like, dude, like, what a fucking asshole, dog. Like, I was so mad, bro. Like, I was just like, this fucking dude. And then, like,
You did that to all of us.
he did that to everybody.
Yes.
Like, after we met and, like, I got to know him and everything, I would see him do that to, like, other kids that were, like, you know, like,
So
just
he
wanted
would
to
just
meet
take off
him.
one earpiece.
He was like, because he was,
okay, and just
yeah, he just wanted to hear what I had to say, and then he would put it
right
on,
back
and he
on
just
and
went
go
back
back
up
to
to
jamming and
paint.
shit.
Yeah, that was it. Like, he didn't even fucking, like, whatever. Like, who are you, you know? And, yeah, I tell everybody that fucking story because, like, I start bombing, right? Like, I'm like, all right, I want to fucking, like, you know, get my name out there, whatever. And he takes notice, like, down the line. And, like, I ran into him at San Antonio College. I think we were both taking, like, a class there. He's like, hey, man, you're duo, right? And I was like, I remember him, bro. And I was just like, yeah. And he's like, hey, man, like, we should paint together sometime. And he was being all cool and shit. And I was just like, motherfucker, like, you dissed me hard that one time I met you. But I was just like, yeah, man, sure. And then, like, after that, like, you know, like, I'm not going to fucking hold a grudge over some dumb shit. And, like, yeah, dog, like, that's my other brother right there. Like, we just fucking became super close. And that dude, like, introduced me to so much, like, things about graffiti that I had no idea of. You know what I mean? Like, he helped me, like, get out of, like, toy status, basically. You know what I mean? Like, he showed me a lot.
Oh, you were. I don't ever think you were toy status.
Well, I mean, you know, everybody's got to be toy status at some point. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, as far as like the way we think about like, because like I did stupid shit like when I was coming up. Like I know you were saying you went at it with Dig It and shit, but like I remember, I don't know why the fuck I did this, but like I went over like a spot that he did for no fucking reason, just because I wanted to paint it, and like that's toy shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then I learned like the hard way because like. They ran up on me like not him but like it was like CN and Shoop and I think you remember Gazer, I do Gazer. They caught me going over one of his spots over there off of Pin Road, I think, by that there used to be a place where they would have debuts. I forgot, Imperial Palace or something.
Imperial
Ballroom. Imperial Ballroom, some
Right
shit
off
like
of
that.
Callahan.
Yeah, somewhere around there, dog. I was doing this
Down the
spot.
way.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the fucking car going down the street. It was creeping, and I was like, damn, I wonder if they could fucking see me. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I just see people coming down the fucking, like, in the field, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get fucked up right now. You know, I was by myself. I had gone the night before with Busta and Supa, I think, and, like, I clipped fucking Dig It's piece again. I was going over his shit, and fucking, I didn't finish that night, so I came back the next night by myself, and sure enough, they were already, like, waiting. Because I guess they figured, like, oh, he's going to come back and fucking finish or something. They caught me and they came out. They came and fucking, I just remember seeing Shoot. Big old fucking Shoot. And I'm a skinny dude, but back then I was like fucking like 135, dog, like a little ass fucking skinny fool. And fucking, I remember seeing Shoot and I just like, so I start walking up to them because like, I don't know what they're going to do. And Shoot's just like going like this. He's like, damn. He's like,
Just popping his knuckles.
He's like, yeah. He's like, I should break your hands, bro. Like, that's what he told me and shit. And I was like, well, fucking, I mean, there's 3 of y'all, so do whatever the fuck y'all are gonna do. And Gazer comes and he's all like, I'm gonna fucking take your fucking paint. And I'm like, take it. What the fuck? I'm gonna get more paint and still keep painting, dog. Like, y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. And CN was the only one that was like, hold on, man. Like, he's like calmed it down like real quick and. He's like, why are you going over him? Like, he was like all cool, like talking it out. He's like trying to figure out like what's going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you went over me and fucking like, yeah. He's like, but didn't you go over him on that billboard first? And I was like, well, yeah. And I'm like,
So you were going over people over billboards?
Well, it was some billboard that was like right there that everybody was like hitting by the fucking highway.
Just
and
a billboard.
I just went over it just because I wanted like my name to be up there. Like not even thinking about, damn, this motherfucker hit it before me. So that's the way it goes. So you got to pick up another spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
I just love how you nonchalantly just another billboard.
Oh well, yeah. For, you know, like guys like me and him, like would climb on shit like nothing. Like fucking got like monkey genes in our fucking in our DNA or something, bro. Like I don't know, but I mean me not so much these days, but for sure him. But yeah, man, like it was crazy because like they're like, well, I was like, well, we're gonna go to his crib right now, and I was like, well, I'll follow y'all, and then I could fucking talk to him and shit, and like I talked to him, he was cool, like he was fucking like he wasn't like trying to fight or nothing, he was just trying to figure out what was going on, and we fucking hashed it out, and fucking that's how I met that fool, and we painted like some spots together, like back in the day. It was crazy, and that was like me starting to like learn, like, dude, like don't do stupid shit, and like. You know what I mean? Like I learned like through going through things like that or whatever.
They were from that area out that way by Marbach and Pinwell.
Yeah, Marbach and fucking Hunt Lane and all that. Like,
Yeah, that dude Gazer was a CMK. That like I've had
Chicago.
Like, yeah, he was from Chicago. I actually liked it when they started bombing the city.
Yeah,
I remember.
So CMK was down here for a little bit.
Yeah, they were bombing some shit.
I know they had like this big roller. As soon as you go onto the highway out there, you see it. You can't fucking miss it.
Oh, in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I lost respect for them, or at least that dude Gazer.
Yeah.
Because when I caught my case behind Diggett, Diggett kept it 100. He didn't say nothing to the cops, but Gazer did. I read his statements, and I read another person's statements, and I was like, damn, man. So me and Diggett, I didn't like him for a minute. He was a CI, and I didn't like ACs. I didn't even like CIs either. We were just going at each other over there, but I went and did my bid, and I came out, and I ran into Diggett, and I was all love. I told him, man, bro, I don't got nothing with you. You fucking kept it 100. You didn't snitch. You didn't do nothing, but your boy over there and the bitch you had at the time, man, I don't got no respect for him. Yeah. So he skates, too. Diggett skates. He's a good fucking skater.
That's that fool's always skated.
Yeah, he's good, too, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I didn't know that fucking...
Yeah, a lot of people like Cien, too. I remember I met Cien one time, and I went... He was hitting a wall right there on Highway 90 and 36.
Oh, yeah, those little walls that they used to have out there.
Yeah. And
that's the first time I saw their stuff was right there on Old Highway 90.
They would hit this wall. It was a bar called Blackjacks at the time. That's what it was called. It was like, I know they were doing a lot of dirty shit. It even came on the news. They were doing a lot of dirty shit. They had to a lot of letras and shit were doing dirty shit out of there. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so they ended up closing it down. They stopped bombing it. But that's the first time I seen it with a big dude, Cien.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, man,
the hat.
We don't tag bang here. Back then, we were
Tag
tag banging, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, he was
Yeah, we
trying
were
to...
tag bagging, yeah. He was like, we don't, where I'm from, we don't bang, man. We don't do that type of shit, tag banging. I was like, well, this San Antonio, bro. This ain't Chicago, man.
Yeah.
We do shit different over here, you know. He was just hitting up some legal wall, but other than that, I never...
Yeah, CN didn't really... He never was
A lot of
really out there
legals, right?
bombing. Yeah, he
He
more
did a
like
lot of
legal-
legals and shit.
I don't know about when he was in Chicago because he used to live out there, but I don't know if he was bombing out there.
Isn't it crazy how the city's growing? Y'all remember that like indoor soccer field?
Dude.
Which one?
Yeah, dog. Right
was
there
like
off
right-
of Broadway?
Yeah, right by
Yeah,
where there's condos now.
Yeah, everything's a fucking condo now around. My girl lives like right there off of Broadway, across the street from there actually.
There was like an indoor soccer field. They used to let people paint there.
Oh,
shit.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, no, I don't remember.
It's crazy.
that.
Those apartments, there's still a little like block of apartments that are still there.
What
Yeah,
year
yeah.
that was?
They just made them look really good.
That was like mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was gone
Yeah,
from
you could see it off
2004 to
281.
2010.
Yeah, you see it
man.
right off the highway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. You could see it off the highway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right here where by Pigstand.
Yeah.
Right there, dog. Forgot about that place.
I know. I didn't even know that.
Isn't
See,
it
there's
crazy?
things
how
I
it's
don't
changing?
miss shit.
The city's changing. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like fucking. I remember when this like that Penn Road area was like that was like oh that's like the
That's
rich
far.
that's the rich part
That's
of town
far,
like
yeah.
that's the north side and now it's like that's like the fucking northwest side. It's not even the north side, dog. It's like it was way different back then. Like that was like nothing was developed.
I just crack up that they call like SeaWorld the far west side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that's funny as fuck. Like
It's like,
it doesn't even have
alright,
north
yeah.
attached to
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
it's like the city got so big that like it turned from northwest straight to west.
Well, I used to have debates with people too, and like, cause I was going to jail like early '90s.
Yeah.
I went and did my first bid in '96 and '97. Back then, they didn't even have. So if I ever told anybody I was in jail, and I told them, man, I'm from out there by Blanco, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're from the north side."
Yeah,
I'll be like, "Nah, man, I'm not from the north side." And so at that time, they used to have a police blotter in the San Antonio paper, and they used to have the like kind of like the area codes and the sections, and you could see on there North Central.
oh yeah.
And so I would have to. I wouldn't even carry it. I carried it around for a while. I cut it out, and people say, "You're from the north side." I say, "No, it's from North Central." And I would show it to motherfuckers. Look, what does that say? North Central, motherfucker.
That's it.
Yeah, North Central.
Everybody would
yeah.
say north side though.
And then after a while, it kind of caught on, like people, because to call that area Blanco and Fresno and all that shit,
Yeah.
that's
That's not north side.
fuck no.
Definitely not now because
Definitely not now. Exactly.
yeah, no, like,
And nothing inside the loops like north side.
Yeah, nothing inside the loop. Yeah, exactly.
You gotta go to Hollywood Park or some shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I was also too like so in the north. People would say, "Oh, I live on the northwest side," and I'd be like, "Where?" And they say, "Right there on Marbach." And I said, "Shit, that's just the west side. Ain't the north side."
They threw in the north.
They throw in that. Yeah, no, that's fucking. I'll be like, nah, there ain't nothing north about that side of town, bro. That's straight west side too. That's just deeper west, if you want to call it that.
Once they say Marbach, it's over.
It's northwest.
Yeah, for real. When I hear Marbach,
shit.
especially from a female, I'm just like, hey.
They're like, hey,
Y'all like, can we meet in a public area?
In a well lit area.
It might go good or it might go really bad. You know, you gotta flip the coin with them.
yeah, I used to stay in that area. Fuck that. Well, that's why I call my case at behind Dig It, right there on Military and Northwest Military and Marbach.
Oh, okay. So
It was right there in that little shopping center right there. Because I used to stay in those mobile homes in the back. And all that little area right there was bank, man. Brown leaf policies. I remember they shot at me and my brother one time, right off of Penn Road. Yeah, there was a lot of gangs back then too. Died out though, man. Fucking it's a good thing, shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good thing, man.
Yeah, 'cause-
I had a cousin that did like 12 years because he was in some gang. He pulled a robbery like at a store with a gun, and he had to do like, I think he had to do 12 or he had to do more, but he ended up doing 12 or some shit like that. We thought he was gonna be gone forever, dog. And that was just,
I mean,
like,
12 years is a long time.
Yeah, dog. He fucking came out and it was like a whole different world.
Yeah, I
dog.
bet.
That's fucking. But I mean, that shit would happen like fucking every day to everybody. Like all kinds of dudes were just going down back in the day like that. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what happened. I think a lot of all them gangs in the '90s, all the like the heads of gangs and a lot of gangs, they all caught cases. They all got locked up. Did 15, 20 years, whatever the fuck they did. They came out. Now they got families. They don't slow down.
They don't want to do that.
Or they're like Duo said. Sometimes you see them all fucking strung out or something, right? Or
Get caught up.
So what? When y'all are doing like heaven spots, is it real like, let me get up there, let me get up there, get out? Or do you all ever just kind of like...
It's so different though now
Yeah?
because like they have them all fucking gated. Like back in the day,
What, an alarms
Like,
now too?
Cameras?
Dude, I haven't hit one in years, so like
Yeah.
I couldn't really say how it is now. Scab would know.
I think I always try to watch out for cameras around the area.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll see the little eyeballs right there in some like the buildings and shit like that. And I'll be like, oh, fuck, cover yourself up. I always wear a fucking hoodie.
Yeah.
I always try to wear a hoodie and shit. But I think to go hit spots that are kind of high and shit, yeah, I try to get in and get out. Because shit, you do get nervous. I do. I get nervous up there. So I'll be up there and I try not to look down too fucking much. Yeah, I'll look around and shit, but I'm not trying to look down too much. Look at the wall, get in and out of there. Because like he said earlier, that spot that you hit, it kind of wobbles.
Yeah,
right,
you're
on
up
the
there
top.
and you feel the fucking wind and shit. Like,
And especially for us, like motherfuckers and shit. I know when I'm up there and there's wind blowing sometimes. Actually, you can even kind of feel the billboard move sometimes,
yeah,
man.
you can definitely feel.
Yeah,
that
the
shit.
billboard kind of moves with wind too. It's not like it's just something stable, I guess, because I don't know, to be honest. I don't know the math on that, but
Well, you think about it, it's a big ass fucking like
sway.
wind block. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
the wind just hitting it, and it's fucking
And
like,
just a post sometimes holding it
Yeah,
up.
no, it is
Sometimes
fucking-
just one post is not double post, so it's just one post. And yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it has a lot to do with the weight, but on
Shit,
some
dude.
spots, hell yeah, it's kind of scary for me sometimes. But it's a rush, you know. I guess the adrenaline keeps you
Well,
going.
yeah, I bet, man. I mean, you're still doing it.
And the determination, like sometimes I'll see a spot, I'm like, I'm gonna get that motherfucking spot. Like
yeah. you're
by
just
this
like,
week, I'll get it.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking just go out there and do it. But I'm like, I've never been one of them cats that I don't drink. So a lot of times when I go, I'm always sober. I just smoke. That's all.
Yeah.
I just smoke on the regular. I even smoke up there sometimes. I'm chilling up there. After I paint, I'll smoke up there a lot of times. Just look at everything.
Victory.
Yeah, like little victory. Like, I got this shit done. Fucking about
Victory
time.
joint.
Fucking
yeah.
been procrastinating all this fucking month or this week and shit. But yeah, sometimes when you go up there, I think a lot of times I even talk to the homie forums. Shout out to the homie forums.
Yeah, he
But-
kills it. He kills it.
Yeah, I talked to the homie forums and same thing with him. Like I told him the other day, I said, "Man, you got that Splash Town billboard the other day," and blah blah blah.
Oh, Splash Town. Have y'all hit that Splash Town?
Nah, I haven't hit it. I've been in there a couple of times, but I never hit it.
Man, that spot's so dope. It was. It was.
Is
cool
there still a
seeing
lot
it
of
right
room
now.
to paint?
It's probably
I
like.
think it's smashed.
I think they started taking it down.
Yeah,
bro.
they started
Oh,
taking it down.
yeah.
I passed by, I seen the building broke down.
I took a cup from there and a sign.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Hell yeah, that would have
the
been
little
cool to get
alligator?
something from there.
Yeah, I got some pink bands and shit that they splashed on the little passes.
Man, I wanted to get the inner tube so I could stunt like
Oh, at
the splash down inner tube. Yeah, at the
Oh
river.
yeah, that would have been a good idea, dog. I seen them in the pictures. Everybody's like posting
Yeah,
pictures of
yeah.
that spot, and there's like a bunch of fucking like tubes just there.
Yeah, man,
They still got 'em?
They were there.
Oh, they were there?
I mean, I was there like 2 months ago.
Man, you should have took all the memorabilia.
I just took a cup. I didn't know what was
They
going
they
on. It
they
was-
left all the shit there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they left a lot of shit there for sure.
Yeah.
I got like a sign with a little alligator on it.
Oh shit.
That's tight. Yeah. I saw the fucking slide like in the parking lot. They took something fucking down. It's all pieced out in the fucking parking lot.
Man, I wanted to go down one, but I was just like, man, I am too
Shit,
big.
fuck
They
that.
have not maintenance these in a minute.
Yeah, that thing will break like halfway through. You just fall through that bitch.
How embarrassing would that be to die in a slide?
Dude, fuck that.
A dry ass slide.
Yeah,
and shit.
dry
it's
ass
all dry,
slide.
too. You just get stuck in the middle.
I was just gonna say, and then stuck and shit
Yeah,
on the
no, like-
news and shit. 5 o'clock
Yeah, I
news.
was like, nah, fuck
You have to
that.
get rescued, and then you get to go to jail for fucking trespassing and shit. Like, fuck.
I went up in there like 2-3 times, but I just went up there just to blaze at the top of.
Yeah.
Yeah, just blaze, watch the sunset, and listen to some music. But that's one. I don't really hit bandos, man. I really don't hit bandos and just spots where it's not gonna be visible a lot of times. That's just my thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, my shit's always gonna be visible. And there's not nothing against like legal shit or hitting bandos or pits and shit like that. It just that's never been my type of shit.
That's not your MO.
Trying to
not
get
my
the
MO,
most,
yeah.
the most fucking like eyeballs on that bitch. Like,
And I
per
grew up
spot.
doing spots like that, like little pits and ditches and shit. I grew up when I was younger doing them type of shits, and then.
Yeah.
But like in San Diego, that's all they hit over there, bro. Is pits, bro.
Really?
That's all they hit mainly.
Big
Like
ass, there's so many
mhm.
big ass walls down
yeah, a lot of walls and tunnels and shit, and they have like a metro. Have a trolley line. So a lot of times they're
didn't
hitting
know that.
inside. They're hitting inside buildings. You really don't see it. If you go around the city, there isn't really much bombing out there. Not like it is here. There's bombed, but it's not like it is here out everywhere on the highways and none of that.
Yeah, I feel like they're fucking like for a while, like the buff got kind of fucking hardcore, and that's kind of like when I was like already like not really doing it anymore. I was like, damn, you can't even fucking do a highway spot. I'm just getting buffed the next day, and now feels like they fucking got lax again, and shit's fucking running like, especially like highway spots. They're running for like days. I'm like, god damn, that's crazy, dog.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember they used to be buffed the next night.
they would be buffed like in a day, like
On that-
2
on that
days.
sound
you're
barrier,
lucky,
yeah.
bro. Like so, what we would do. I remember we would try to hit them like on Fridays because we knew that the buff wasn't gonna work on the weekend. So we're like, we can at least get the fucking weekend out of it, but it's gonna get buffed.
Oh, and then
Monday.
everybody will see it on the weekend
But like,
cruising. and
yeah,
shit.
dog,
they'll
we're
they'll
like,
know where to go
hey,
Monday to like
2
hey,
days is still.
I thought I was the only
yeah, dog.
motherfucker that thought like that. Shit.
Yeah, no, we're trying to get the most out of like.
You're like, I know Shawty's
yeah,
gonna see
dog.
this shit.
That's all. Like, you
Yeah.
bombing by some girl's house, you want her
Yeah,
to see your
dog,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
on purpose. Like, I'm gonna go over here off of this.
Hell yeah.
That's
That's
the way.
funny.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's funny as fuck.
That's the way I go bomb a lot of times too. If I'm staying at somebody's apartment, like I'll go stay with a broad or she'll stay over here with me or something. Then if I'm in that area, then I'll bomb in that area.
Hell yeah.
I'll never really go out bombing to just go bomb somewhere.
Man, but you get everywhere.
I'm everywhere. And then I hit skate parks. So a lot of times I hit a skate park. And once it gets dark, boom, I'm going to go bombing. And I'm going to go early, bro. 8 o'clock, 7:30, I'm going to go bomb early. I'm not one of them bombers that goes like sometimes if it's a club night or something, Friday or Saturday, I'll go bomb at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
But other than that, nah,
Go early.
I'm in that area for a reason. Like I'm out there skating or I'm visiting a friend or something. If you ever see my name somewhere, basically about 90% of the times because I'm in that area.
That's how the homie Relic is like that too. He likes to fucking go early. I was always like I want to go like real late. Like I felt safer. Just that's the way I was.
Like
I'll
for
go
like the trains real late and
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about like just to go like bomb like a spot. Like I wanted to go like after like 3. Like I felt like fucking like there were gonna be like no traffic. Fucking like there'd probably be cops, but if there is traffic, it's probably a cop, and I'll feel like at least I know like what's coming. But that was just me. That's just how I felt safe or whatever.
Yeah,
But it does kind of make sense to go early because you blend in.
You
and
blend
like,
in,
nobody's
exactly.
fucking like. When you're out there that late, like you like.
they're out there.
Nobody's out there late unless you're doing something wrong. You
They're
know
out
what I
there
mean?
looking for dual
So, exactly.
DWIs and shit. They're out there looking for you on
they
the
got the chopper and
DWIs.
shit.
Oh, yeah, dog.
And they look. That's another thing. They're looking for a lot of race car drivers too late at night. So that's why I feel like, and during the day, I mean, right at when it gets dark, I feel like it's better to go palm to get it out of the way. And not only that, like you blend in. And sometimes I know people see me and shit like that, but I'm not even concerned about them. Just cops.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Everybody else, fuck them. I'll just keep painting and stuff.
Has a good Samaritan ever tried to fuck with you?
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah. Especially in California, one tried to fuck with me over there.
How'd it go down?
I was just painting, and it was a highway spot. I was painting, and the guy pulled over, and he just started yelling at me. So I just kind of ignored him, and so he opens the driver's side door, and he's walking around his car, right? And I don't say nothing. I just post up there, and I just look at him. And he gets right back in his car, and he just takes off. That was the last thing, I mean, I can remember at the top of my mind. Yeah. But other than that,
He's trying
people...
to test you or something.
Yeah, I guess he thought he was going to scare... Exactly. I said, man, this was trying to scare me. Like, I'm going to fucking walk away from this wall. I'm painting it over here. I'm not walking away from my shit. And plus, he's not a cop. It's just a regular car. And once he started walking over, I just stood there like, I was like...
Like, what the fuck are you going to do?
Or I had a dude a while back. I was painting a wall right there on Warsbach Parkway and Perrin Vital.
Uh-huh.
And I was hitting a gate right there. It used to be like a chevron in the corner, right there in the corner, but now it's just a red gate. Greg hit it. All the homies over there hit it. Anyways, I was in there and painting, and some dude walks up, and he was a homeless cat, though. And it has a fence all the way around it. And so when he gets near me, he sees me painting, and the motherfucker yells out, "Who's on the premises?" I'm like, "What? Who's on the premises?" And I just fucking like, "Fuck you." And he kind of pushes, it's one of those construction fences, so he just kind of pushes it out of the way. It's connected to a wall, and he starts walking towards me. And I fucking get my bag, and I just have it on my shoulder like this. And I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, his fucking demeanor changed after. It was just like low. "Oh, man, you're just painting? Oh, okay, I just want to know who's here, man. I sleep right here, man." And I'm like, "All right."
It's crazy though, because like homeless people, like when you're out bombing, dog, like they fucking, like some of them try to like get all territorial on your ass. So like I had one time
Been on my crib.
Yo, like one time on the east side, this dude came with his girl, dog. Like they came up on me and my homie Quaz, and I forgot. I think I was with Fire maybe too. I don't remember. And this dude comes up and he's like, "Hey man, y'all need to wrap that shit up." And we're like, "What? Like who the fuck's like talking right now?" And this dude just popped up out of his fucking shadows and he's like, "Hey man, if y'all want to finish that, y'all gonna have to fucking pay us some money or something." And we're like, "What?" I was like, "We're paying you nothing, bro. Like, fuck you." You know what I mean? And we just kept painting. He's like, "Dedical." He stayed there and like he's still trying to like, you know, like make us fucking like do something. We're like,
yeah,
dude,
like to pay a fee and
fuck
shit.
you, dog. Like we're not fucking with you, dog. We're just here to paint and we're gonna be out. Like we're not fucking with you. So you know, just fucking get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get us fucking busted and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hobo.
Yeah, dog. And then like I remember one time we went into this ditch and we go in the ditch. We're gonna paint those like the high walls or whatever, like underneath. And as soon as we go down there, there's like all these homeless people like just fucking asleep down there, dog. And we're like, "Oh shit!" Like we had, you know, we saw it in the daytime. We're like, "Oh, it's gonna be a cool little spot." You can see the edge off of the like the street or whatever. So we get down there at night. All these fucking like hobos are asleep. Like, oh shit! So we're fucking like tiptoeing through them, dog. Like a fucking like a minefield, fool. Like
fuck yes.
We're fucking tiptoeing through them, and all of a sudden there's this one fucking chick like. They're still asleep. Like they hadn't woke up yet and shit. As we're tiptoeing through them, we get to the spot we're gonna paint. We start painting, and then one of them wakes up. I guess they like either smelled it or like they heard the fucking cans and shit. And it was a girl. And like I turned and like this bitch was in a fucking like thong, like a bum, dog. Like she was all like thonged out.
Booty.
Yeah.
And I just remember, I just remember like the fucking moonlight like shining on. I was like, "Oh, that bitch is in a thong, dog." And like my homies like start looking. And then like her dude wakes up and then she's embarrassed because she's fucking like just like half naked in front of like just us. You know what I mean? Even though like all those other, I guess she felt comfortable around them to be naked, but like when it was us, she was like trying to cover up and
That's
shit.
her bum
like,
family, man.
yeah, I'm like, we're not trying to look at you. We're gonna paint and then we're gonna be out. Like we're not here to fuck with y'all or nothing. And shit. And they're just like kind of mad that we're like there
Even
because
there in
that's
that
like their
area.
crib. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
how they feel. That's their area.
dog. Like you run into that shit all the fucking time.
I run into that a lot, bro. It's always have, and it's fucked up because I always take care of the, like, I see homeless.
Uh-huh.
I always try to buy them something to eat, break money, but I give them something.
Yeah, same. I'll give them $1 here and there.
But it pisses me off that usually when I go paint, it's with them. I get into shit with them motherfuckers. Yeah, and I always got to check them or I got to talk shit to them. One time I was right there. I was hitting a spot kind of like where Healy Murphy is at.
Okay, yeah.
Caddy corner right across from him. There's like a old building right there, man. It's a fucking, I don't know what it is. It's an old building. It looks like kind of like a school or some shit. And I was painting there not too long ago. And
that basketball court's right there, or
yeah, I think there's
it's
a
right by the highway though, right?
It's right by the highway, like kind of like right underneath 281. and some dude came out at me. First, he passed me up, and I was painting, and then he comes back and he's like, "What the fuck?" He starts talking shit to me. Why am I
What, he
painting?
was just walking by?
He was walking by,
Oh,
but he was
okay,
walking
okay.
towards the back. He says he lives in the back, right, later on. But we started talking shit, and fucking, he didn't even see my board was over there, my skateboard. I just grabbed my skateboard, and I cornered him in the corner. It's like it's a gate. It's a private gate, like black, and then some a private fence, wooden fence. And I kind of cornered him in the corner, and I had my board on him. And then he started plea bargaining, like, "No, man, I was just asking, man, why do you have to do that and this and that?" I tell him, "You live out here in the fucking streets, bro. Don't fucking worry about what I'm doing, man. You gotta mind your business. You live out here. You know what the fuck to do. You know how to live, man. Mind your business. Don't." And that's, like you said, man, it's the worst problems I have is with fucking homeless people.
Yeah, no.
They're the ones that try to stop.
They're trying to check you to see if they can come up on you or something.
Or that too, yeah. Ask for a cigarette, or okay, well, can you give me a cigarette, or do you have $1 or something? And sometimes I will. I'll give it to them. Like, here, man, I keep a pack of cigarettes on me because I know sometimes they're gonna ask.
Yeah.
Or I've paid people. A while back, I had to pay this. I didn't have to, but
look out.
I paid this dude. I was gonna climb the roof. It's right there where that Cafe College is at.
Oh, yeah.
I hit these AC vents.
Oh,
up
I just
there.
seen that the other day
that.
too.
Yeah,
I just saw that.
I
the
paid
other
the
day.
dude to climb the motherfucker. Like he was sitting where the pole was at, and he was reading a book. He was a homeless cat.
Yeah.
And then I passed him up. I was like, "Man, fuck it. Let me just go get a couple of bucks in my car, out of my car, and come back." And fucking, I walked up to him and I was like, "Excuse me, I don't want to fucking startle you or anything, bro. I see you're reading." I said, "But man, I'm trying to go paint this rooftop up there." And he was like,
He's like, "What?"
All right. And I said, "Well, the thing is right here, the pole to climb up, but if a cop pulls up or something, you don't know nothing. I got a couple of bucks and some cigarettes." And he was like, "Are you going to put it the way it says like that?" And he pointed to my skateboard. My skateboard's bombed up. I said, "Yeah, something like this, man." He goes, "Yeah, go ahead, man." And, and I just gave him the shit, and I climbed up the fucking roof. And by the time I came back down, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll pay them. Like, I'll throw them something.
Hey, so why scat? You just like the letters?
Yeah, I just like the letters.
Yeah?
Yeah. 4 letters is good.
I know why you like the letters.
Letters, they're easy, simple letters, but yeah, I guess if you could say that, yeah, that's why.
Hell yeah. I always thought that shit was so fucking. I'm not gonna say shit, but like that name's fucking. When I found out about that name, I was like, "Damn, dog, this motherfucker."
He hit it up.
Damn,
When
he's
you're in prison,
thinking like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not just like I'm gonna write my name on the wall. Like,
yeah, there's something behind it.
Yeah, there's
The
actually
real no,
some
the real
fucking-
no.
Yeah, if you know, you know, man.
Yeah, and that's what I thought when I was in prison. I had time to think about that. Like people used to. There's still a crew around the God crew.
Is
It-
that a God crew? I think I
Yeah,
see that around.
they used to. They I see them on Instagram here and there, but at one time I was writing that. I would write God, 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 and I showed a cat in jail. And then like a couple of years later, that cat started writing it, but he made it into a crew. But I was just writing it as a tag. I was writing it for graffiti overdose.
Yeah.
Graph overdose or get off these, like God. And I was just gonna start writing that, but when I came out of prison, later on I found out this dude was already writing it, and then I started seeing it over there in the Kennedy area.
Oh, okay.
I used to work for the city and shit, and then I would go into the restrooms. I used to work for a public
at the park.
Parks and
shit?
Recs. Yeah, I used to work for Parks and Rec, and I would go in the restrooms. I would see a God crew. I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker took my shit, bro."
That's crazy.
And then
bro.
yeah, they had it spelled out and everything. So
Damn.
fucking biters and shit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What about you, Duo? Was it because the letters?
As far as my name,
Yeah.
dog. Like I remember like there was this train parked right there. You know the jail line right there where sometimes the trains get parked right there.
Yeah.
There was this fucking boxcar there forever, bro. Like forever. And I remember there was a cess piece on it. A cess piece. Yeah, dog. There was a cess piece that that shit was from fucking New York. And there was this other name on there. It was Pone. And I remember like looking at the letters, bro, and I was like, man, dude, I like that dude's style. And I remember like looking at the fucking P, and I was like, man, I like the way his P fucking flows. And I was like, I think I can make like a D out of that top of that P, and then like I can kind of like try to make a name out of that. You know what I mean? I was like, what can I fucking write that starts with a D? So I started, thinking about shit, and I was like, well, I'm a Gemini, so like fucking, I got like supposedly we have like 2 different sides and shit. Dual, whatever. All right, dual personalities.
Yeah.
So I kind of like went with that and shit, and we just fucking it stuck, bro. Like,
What about the other name you used to write?
so that one was because I don't even know how I came up with that name, to be honest.
I just
but
remember I just saw it everywhere at one point.
yeah, I had to stop writing Duo because I got into it with some detectives fucking They caught me. Yeah, they caught me, dog, and fucking they put me in a room and shit, and they're like making all these kind of like threats and shit to where eventually I just fucking like just admitted, like I was like, you know what, fuck it, like that's what I write. So like, what's next? You know what I mean? Like I was
They
just
took it that far to.
yeah, no, they fucking there's a lot of details, but like basically fucking like they found out who I was and they knew where I lived. Damn. And they like made like, you know, like they're basically like you need to meet with this day at this time. So I'm there with all these detectives, the same cop that was like chasing me that when I got almost got caught, but I guess I kind of got caught. They caught my car, so that's how they kind of like figured out everything else, you know what I mean? But they didn't catch me in the act though. So I think that's why
they wanted you to confess.
Yeah, like he couldn't like. I guess that's why they couldn't really do shit. But they knew that I was that person already for sure. Because like when they went in my car, like all my CDs had fucking duo tags and like just fucking, you know what I mean? Like I fucked myself, bro. So like basically they were just like, you know, like, well, we just want you to know that we know who you are and we know what crew you're in. So like if you want to keep on going, like we know where to find you. Yeah. So and I was just like, and that's it. Damn. They're like, that's it. Damn. And, you know, you could take it however you want from here. And the cop was fucking cocky, dog. He got so lucky. He was like, man, I was like, apparently he was like a Vandal Squad cop. They had made like a unit to start getting like certain writers. And they had like a fucking list of fucking writers. He was like, I was only on your case for 2 days and I caught you. And I was like, I was like, maybe, but still, you got fucking lucky because you just, the way he caught me, dog, I was painting, yeah, like I was painting a train, dog, like that had stopped right there by Lone Star. You know how the train stops right there sometimes, where all the little art galleries are at. And shit. So I'm painting a train there just because it stopped way down the line, dog. And he was, I don't know if you guys remember a place called Ellis Bean. There was I remember the Bean. Remember the Bean? There was a bunch of art galleries and shit in there, and Soup used to run that spot. Yeah. And we used to always go there and paint. So, like, I was going there to go chill, and the train was stopped, so I went down there fucking, you know, I'm going to go fucking paint these trains real quick. Well, fucking, like, as I'm painting, like, I had to look back down the line where, like, the street's at, and right when I looked, I see this, like, officer with, like, the badge and shit, like, way, like, probably, like, a good 100 yards down, dog. And fucking, I'm like, oh, shit. And, like, right when I looked, he looked at me. And, like, I knew he saw me. So that, like, I was gone, dog. Like, I fucking ran through the train line, fucking took my fucking jacket off. Fucking, dude, like, that was another chase story on its own and shit. But that's how I got into that situation or whatever. And then I was like, caught up. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I need to. And I wasn't sure if I was going to fucking really bomb anymore. And then, like, I kind of, like, took a break for, like, a good couple months. I didn't do shit. And then I started getting, like, that little itch again, like Nesio, like, because my homie Busta was still like out there doing his thing, so I'm like, fuck, dog, like, and I had been practicing that name Viper, but I don't even know how I came up with it, or why I decided to write that, but I just started writing it, and I didn't tell anybody except him. He's the only person that fucking knew. And like a lot of my homies didn't even know that was me, and I used to get a kick out of it, dog. Like, because like we'd be kicking it, dog, and they were just like, man, you seen this fucking, like, some of them would be talking shit about it. Like, I would always write little sayings, like, you know, like next to the thing, like just little bullshit, and they would talk shit, like, man, he thinks he's fucking dope, and fucking, like, you know what I mean? And I was just like, they don't even know, like, it's me, dog. It felt so cool.
Like, you get a kick out of that.
But then, like, eventually, like, you know, the word gets out, and they're not, you know, your friends know you. But yeah,
that's how you got the name. Yeah,
that's how I got the name. I just
from duo to Viper.
I had to keep at that time. I was like, I gotta keep bombing, dog. But I was so scared to write duo because like I didn't want these fools to come to the crib or nothing.
Yeah, so, hell no. So, fuck
yeah,
that.
I was like, I'll do it like permission walls. Like I would do it, and now it's funny that like now, like I haven't done a Viper in I don't know how fucking long, and I just do duos now. Yeah. That's it. Like even on trains and shit, I'm just like duos. That's it. I haven't done a Viper in forever.
That's kind of how I got caught up too. I had because I had to go do time on my shit for Graph, but they didn't catch me doing in that. 2 people that I went with a few heads that night, but 2 people that I went with, the cops went to my house the next day, and we were all in one vehicle. We pulled up, and boom, they got us all, but 2 of them made statements against me, and they didn't know what I wrote. I still told the cops, I said, I don't have no proof that I was up there. I was over there painting, doing all this shit. And so they let all of us go, but they ended up calling them 2 dudes later on to the police station. And then, boom, they indicted me on it. I went to boot camp for another little Graph case, misdemeanor. But then a week after I got out of boot camp, They went to my house on a felony criminal mischief.
Fuck.
And then so when I got an attorney, I was like, man, I'm gonna beat that shit. They didn't catch me. They didn't catch me doing anything. But then he says, well, if you look at those statements, do you know those two people's names right there? And read what they say about you. And boom, it started saying everything. Scabwin wrote this, Scab did this, and Scab did. So I was like, fuck, I had to cop out to it. And the cops were happy too. Yeah, we fucking.
Yeah, like
I had a gang unit probation officer. And he was like, yeah, I told you we were going to catch you again and this and that. And I was like, man, nobody caught me, man. Motherfucker snitched on me. Mm-hmm. And when you said about Whacking Hut earlier, that old police station, another time there too, fucking my boy Vix. Shout out to my boy Vix. Oh, yeah. My boy Vix and another friend of ours, Juanillo, went and hit some trains right there where Hayes Bridge is at now.
Yeah.
Where they used to lay up under there.
Man, remember when that bridge was like falling apart?
I never got to see it like that.
Yeah, man, it was bad under there. It's crazy, man.
The way it is now, it's now a plastic out. It's nice.
Dude, there's $500,000 homes around there.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, because now it's gentrified. All that area
like
right
you
there.
remember that used to be pretty rough around there.
It still
I mean,
is.
it still has its pockets though. Like it's.
I see some crazy shit up there. I go up there and blaze at Hayes a lot of times. I've seen some crazy motherfuckers doing shit, shooting, and another dude was getting beat up one time. Bitch ran up to me. The girlfriend was like, "Call the police! Yeah, bro." And I was like. Yeah, I see some crazy shit. Dudes pull out another dude walked up to me, a dude and a chick, a homeless chick. And they walked up to me one time like, did y'all just see what those guys did over there? And I was trying to ignore these cats that were over there because they were all flamed up and shit, all wearing red and taking pictures and smoking and shit. And you just don't want to look at a bunch of cats that, right? What the fuck?
Don't want to be around that.
And what they did, and so I'm talking to them, like, why, what happened? What they do? And they said, they pull out guns on us. One guy pulled out a chopper and the other guy pulled out like a silver gun. And this white cat that was right next to me said, a chopper? You mean like a butcher knife? And I was like, nah, bro, like a chopper, bro, like a chopper. And I told it was a homeless guy telling this shit, right? Telling the story. I was like, what did y'all tell them cats? What happened? He goes, oh, man, I told them if they could stop smoking weed over here because my girlfriend's pregnant. And I was like, God damn, homeless people always trying to claim some fucking property out here, bro. I said, it's public, bro. You can't tell people to try to check, especially some gang members and shit.
That's why.
And they're all drunk and smoking. It was like a Friday night. They're over there flicking and shit, taking pictures. I was like, y'all fucking crazy trying to claim area and shit.
Especially with people like that. Fuck that.
Yeah, I wasn't even trying to make eye contact with them. I was like, man, because there was a bunch of them. I leave about 15, 20 of them motherfuckers. And they were all walked like from the east side, coming from the east side. And they were all walking from that part of the bridge. And I'm talking to this older white cat there, and I'm blazing and shit, whatever. And they're walking all towards us, and I'm like, I need to try to look at them cats. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sure enough, these ones did. And
yeah, dog. Fucking, it's always at night, dog.
Yeah.
The weirdest shit. You always see the weirdest shit, dog. Like,
what brought that up was Vixen then went and hit trains one night over there. And they went to my house, but I was asleep, and they were knocking shit. I was working at the time. I fucking fell asleep. So they went and hit some trains, and they got caught up. Vix ended up running, whatever. He came back later on, got his car. They caught him. And my other homeboy, Juanillo, got away. And they went into my house and fucking got me for that. They charged me for that shit. And they took me down to the Whacking Hut. What? They were, they showed me pictures of the trains and shit. They opened up a manila envelope, and they were like, look, you did this, you did this. It says Vix, UTM. It says my boy's name, Juanillo, UTM. And I was like, you don't even see my name on there. And he goes, yeah, but you're UTM. And I was like, I told him, I'm going to beat that fucking case, man. Go take me to jail, man. Y'all can take me to jail.
Damn, dog, that's great. That's what I was afraid was going to happen to me after, because back then it was like Law's Crew. And they're like, anytime we see Law's Crew, I'm coming straight to your house. And I was just like,
there's other
like,
people.
I was like, bro, like, I'm not the only person in that crew, man. Like,
I'm throwing y'all up. Law.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The fuck, bro?
I'm like, we're on the same team, right?
Come on, man.
Like, come on.
I'm getting y'all some fame.
They always try to
That's
just
funny.
flex and shit.
I always thought that name, like, use it, like.
There was a dude I used to beef with back in the day. He used to write Law. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Yeah, his name was Lewis at Work. That's what he would write, Law. And I would beef with him. Me and him when we started beefing. He was gangbanging. Then years later, he went by and he ended up dying, bro. A fucking fucked up death, too. It was right there off of 151. I mean, no, I take that back. It was Wurzbach Parkway going over like between Nacogdoches and towards Paramaribo.
Yeah.
It goes kind of high. There's also some freights on the other side, there's a refinery or something over there, and they park these little cargo freights.
The gray ones?
Yeah, those gray ones.
Yeah.
Or you know how it goes up over the bridge up there?
Right.
Supposedly, one of my homies was telling me later on, he was like, hey, Lewis, that dude Law died up here. His car broke down, and he was so fucked up that he fell over. He was walking, I guess, along, and he fell over,
shit.
and they couldn't find him for days. And then they found him with buzzards. Supposedly buzzards were circling and shit, and they ended up finding him down there, fucked up. I told my boy, fuck yeah. Fuck that dude, man. You know, there's some cats that I just wish. And I got love for everybody. I care about everybody, but there's some motherfuckers I just won't ever like, bro. Fuck them. Death is in our future.
Hey, that is all of our futures.
Yeah, it is.
Catch up to us one day.
Oh, yeah. But shit, while
I'm
you're
gonna
here,
run away too. I'm gonna be like, fuck you.
that's what's up. So you just been living the whatchamacallit life, family life now, though?
Yeah, dog.
No DWIs, nothing, right? You don't drink?
I'm not anywhere to like get in trouble, dog. I'm just at the crib fucking with, like, my oldest is 15, my youngest is 10. So it's like fucking 2 different fucking schools, fucking, you know.
I hear you. Do you ever just go and bust out sometimes? I think the last time I seen one of your...
I mean,
What do you think?
there's been 1 or 2 like little random like I'll
tell you one right
fucking
now. I used to
happy.
see right there at the Quick Trip on San Pedro. There's a brown
Yeah.
gate on the back, and I seen
That
a
was
dude
one of-
back there. I was like,
that was one of
motherfucker's
those
still getting
nights.
out there.
Cause like my girl lives like right there, like in that downtown area. So like at the time, I would leave to work like at like 4 a.m, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like it's perfect time. Like nobody's fucking out right now.
Yeah.
Like, dip out like, a
everyone's
little bit
sleeping.
earlier. Yeah, just a couple outlines just to like feel like, you know, like I did something. You know what I mean? And then to go to work, like nothing happened. You know what I mean? And then like just lasted like a month or 2. Got the little itch or whatever. But I don't know if you remember. You remember that dude Cans? A2K. I don't know if you ever remember
With a
that
K?
dude with a K.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that dude? Like I ran into that dude not too long ago, and now like we're like really cool now. Not that we had beef or anything back in the day, but I didn't know him back in the day. Like when he was like tag banger dude.
Yeah,
and shit, like
the
their
ATKs
crew.
were tag bangers, right?
For sure, dog. And like that fool, like he's a big old dude, dog, and like he's scary looking. I remember like he fucking rode up to those walls on Carolina. All those permission walls. We were painting some fucking wall there, and like he rolls up and he's like, he has that like straight fucking 90s mentality, bro. Like he just fucking like looking at me, right? Like he looks like he means business, dog. And I'm just like, fuck, like, dude, why is he looking at me? And I'm just like painting, right? And I'm just like, okay. And he's like, hey, you're duo? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, who are you? And he's like, I write cans. And like he's real, like he seems sketchy, dog. And I'm just like, Cans, yeah, I remember that name, bro. And then like as soon as like right after that, his whole like face like changed, and he was just like super cool, dog. Like fucking like I was like, whew. I thought I was about to get jumped right now, dog. And like that dude, fucking like it's crazy how he just like popped up out of nowhere. And now like he's like out there doing outlines still, bro. Like he's like he still
back
has
into it.
yeah. He's not like hardcore like you know back in the day, but like. He still has that fucking like he sends me messages I can show you, dog, and he's like showing me his sketches, bro. Like he's still like he can't like shake it. You know what I mean? He has to go out there and like do like, and he like his wife doesn't
He's
know.
still in the shower. And
Like yeah, dog, like
In the mirror.
He's
it's
in
so
the
crazy,
mirror,
and like
the
we're like
scene
grown men, dog. You know what I mean? Like, and he still has to. Like,
but isn't that a trip though? That
that's
we're grown men and we
trippy,
still
dog.
like to
Hey,
fucking.
we can't fucking shake it, dog. Like it's fucking crazy, dog. And that's just I think that's just the way it's gonna be, dog.
What do you think about people sometimes say, man, you need to grow out of that shit?
Like, why? So I could live a fucking boring life.
That's
like
what I
you?
tell them too sometimes. I'm like,
You always
man,
need
fuck.
something to separate you from the rest of the world, or just
Right.
little distractions, just something for yourself.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Something like to be passionate about. I think that's
I
why I
think it's
tell a
more
couple of
for
homies.
you. Like
Yeah,
we
you
owe
have
it
to
to
have-
ourselves to just have that something that nobody else could have.
Yeah, dog. Like only certain people fucking know what that
Yeah,
life's
everything.
about. You know what I mean? Like, not like that's what separates us from like people like that. Is like, and I hate fucking talking to people like that because it's like they try to like use like the way they live like to compare it to like the way like they think you should be living.
Yes,
like that,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's like, nah, man, I'm
What
fucking
works
happy,
for you
bro. Like,
doesn't fucking work
like,
for me, all right?
you probably ain't even
I
happy,
mean, they probably have a darker secret that's worse, you know?
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll be like, damn, man, I don't think it's right to be painting sometimes. I mean, it feels good and it's a fucking, and I love my life and shit. I've lived a good life. And I know when I'm ever on that fucking, well, I know I will be, or if I go out rapidly, but if I'm ever on that deathbed, I already know I lived a good life, bro.
Yeah.
I've gone done a lot of things. I've seen some good cities, and I've done some.
And it's an original life, you know, like it's everybody's story that's into whatever they're doing is different than just doing the same shit that you know.
Yeah, like
Family,
like a lot of
kids, like fuck all that. Like we need to dabble in some excitement.
Something.
We need to see dark corners of the world and shit.
Yeah, dog, like shit like that.
Live.
It's like a lot of people haven't seen shit, and they're just like, you know, they're trying to tell
scared.
you how they think you should live. It's like, damn, you haven't.
They're trying to put it on you.
Yeah, you're just like you never even like
shit,
left this city, bro. Like you you know what I mean? Like what the fuck do you know?
Yeah, a lot of people. You gotta leave the city también, like to understand the world. You know?
Yeah, for sure. You can't just think like, I'm just gonna be San Anto, and I'm just gonna stay here, and I'm just going.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
There's a lot of shit.
Bro, I remember the first time I went to Miami. That shit like.
I still haven't gone out there, man. I want to go,
bro.
Your
crew,
go out there for.
I disappeared for 3 days.
Art Basel?
Yes.
When I know you went out there.
I went out like 5 years straight, man. That shit was crazy. I remember one year, like 2 years, your crew was straight just running shit out there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we robbed Home Depot.
Oh yeah,
no, we didn't.
Yeah, because everybody meets up out there and they just fucking like it's like the city already knows it's gonna get fucking bombed and they just let it fucking happen.
It's fun, man.
So I don't know if you've been out there for that shit.
Yeah, I went with Vix one year.
That shit's a
Fucking
trip, bro.
free for all.
That shit's
Yeah,
a
we
trip.
went.
You never know who you're
Trip,
gonna
all
bump
the-
into.
Man, the bitches, bro.
Oh yeah,
Man, me and Vix couldn't fucking. I'm like.
bro. Outside of San Antonio, the women just turn like different, bro.
Outside of Texas, period. The bitches.
Shit, even you go into Arizona and you're like, damn, like
Yeah,
you know,
they
it's just
start
another,
changing,
it's
yeah.
another breed, dog.
It's
another breed of
the
bitches.
water's different.
Especially Miami, man. I told Vix one day we were like, fuck, we're on that Calle Ocho over there,
Oh, really?
and we're down there and fucking like his girl and the other girls they were eating some little Cuban spot, whatever. Me and Vix were like, fuck that. We're going to walk around, go get something to eat somewhere else, man. We're over there busting tags, right, walking around. So that we went and ate at McDonald's and had a good time, bro. Just looking at bitches. Even the bitches at McDonald's look good. We're like, God
It's a
damn,
fucking big-ass reggaeton video, dog.
Yeah, it's like and then the thing about it, we went to, it was a J Balvin concert
You
or
see?
something.
Oh damn!
After
telling
the
you.
fucking show, I'm like this. Like, God, some of the baddest bitches. You know, man, I always told him, man, I wanted to go not too long ago with the homie Siren Forms. They went.
Orale.
Yeah, I was like, damn, man, fucking.
Those were the fun days, man.
Shit, it's still, I don't know. I like to travel, man. Still
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
know,
fun
I
for
know.
me,
No,
yeah.
I can travel again, so I can leave the county. So I'm happy about that.
Oh, yeah, you can leave it. That's right. What you go down there for, Lou?
Well, I would just go for Art Basel.
Yeah.
Just party. Like I said, you never know who you bump into, man. Met Nori out there.
Damn,
That shit was cool, yeah, man.
Damn, lucky
Just
motherfucker,
walking
yeah.
around,
You were
chilling.
just walking around?
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
I met
I like that film.
man, I can't remember that old dude who goes to all like the NBA games. He always wears like a weird cowboy hat. Goldstein. He's some like fashion model dude.
yeah.
Like he's an old dude. It's crazy. I remember I randomly ran into him one year. That shit was crazy.
So, damn, almost every year you're gone, you meet somebody.
Shh, everyone's out there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I never met anybody fucking famous. Just one time we went to LA like in 2000 and we went into I forgot it was like some little graffiti shop. They sold like clothes and shit. And that dude fucking Tommy Davidson was in there, dog. Like next to me, dog. Yeah, and that's when like, you know,
That's a funny
in Living
motherfucker.
Color and all that shit was like kind of like still like popping. And
Yeah, that's a funny motherfucker.
I was like right where Scab's at, dog. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that's like I couldn't talk, and like the dude's like looking at me, and then like I looked at like Suffer, and I was like, that's Tommy Davidson. And he like looks at me, and he's like, what's up, man? Like just like that, and he was gone. He was buying a Kango hat, dog. It was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? And he was like all short and shit too. Like
That's funny.
You, Amon, ever met anybody famous?
No, outside of like just like the Spur, David Robinson.
oh yeah,
yeah.
that's cool too though to see them.
Avery Johnson at HEB.
Fuck.
He used to go sign autographs. Like I remember he was there.
Which
like,
one? This one right here?
Oh,
I
the
saw
one-
I saw Coach Popovich downtown. He
Really?
was drinking a bottle of wine and shit.
I ran into Avery Johnson when I was working for the city one time, and I got his autograph on a lotto ticket. They used to have the little pencils,
no
and you
shit.
pencil them in. And he jumped out of a fucking SUV real quick. I was working for the city, and they said, "Hey, look, Avery Johnson." I grabbed that pencil real quick. Hey, autograph. He just signed it real quick.
That's cool.
That's tight.
That's when he played for the Spurs. He wasn't a coach. He started coaching after a while, right?
Yeah, Dallas. I
Yeah,
saw
he coaches
Sean
like
Elliott
college now.
at the movies.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah,
Which theater?
The Crossroads one, the Bijou.
Is it the Bijou?
Yeah.
Damn, this fool's all
Damn,
about
people go
art
to that.
movies.
Nah, I know a bitch that goes there. I'm like, damn, why'd you go to that?
It's
fucking
for it's like foreign
They
movies.
show like
they show different
independent
stuff.
movies. And
Independent.
Stuff like that.
It's funny. You bring up Sean Elliott. He was in that book that I was talking about earlier, White Boy Chronicles.
Oh, he's in there.
Like, I guess like homie was friends with him or something for a little bit. Oh, it was it's a crazy story. It's out there.
I saw him when he first got. I was at River Center one time when he got drafted. Sean, it was like 90. I don't know. Fucking. I didn't know who he was. I just saw him with two white dudes and a little black lady. And then my brother said, "Hey, Sean Elliott." And I was like, "Who?" He goes, "He just got drafted by the fucking Spurs." I was like, "All right, no wonder he's so tall and he's with two white dudes, fucking
tall
white dudes,
motherfucker.
tall ass dude with two white dudes." Showing, I guess they're showing him the city.
Yeah, probably. The Memorial Day Miracle, dog.
That was his nickname?
Well, he had that shot. Remember in the playoffs where he
It was against
That was a
Detroit.
it
base
was
thing.
against no, it wasn't against
Was it
Portland.
Portland,
It was against Portland. Yeah, around the baseline, dog.
Yeah.
Fucking tippy toe and fucking made that fucking three.
That's the first year they won the championship.
That's when we won the championship. Yeah, dog. Fuck yeah.
These people know for that shit. People don't know San Antonio too much.
Y'all never used to cruise military?
Man.
yeah.
Oh,
Don't y'all miss that
dog. Oh my god. Was
Crazy. Yeah.
Was it
you
Portland
were
or was
right.
it?
Was
it?
Was
yeah,
it?
between Portland.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
In 1999.
Yeah, dog. Fucking.
In Portland.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't miss
Don't start the
military.
fucking military fucking stories, dog.
Yeah, military was wild. You like.
Nah, that shit was fun though. On Sunday,
Yeah, it was
Sunday
fun,
fucking
man.
nights.
It was fun. That
Before
was
school
Sunday
night?
fun day
Yeah,
before
dude,
Sunday
it
fun
was-
day.
Wake up
Fucking
and like
fun.
to go to school. All fucking.
I caught a pistol case on fucking military. I went away from 99 to 2001.
I think it all fucked up when they did the median right in the middle because you can't.
Oh, so you
couldn't
can't
do
turn around.
yeah.
Yeah.
We used to see some cool shit out there, man. Like even Cruz or everybody used to post up in their own
Right
fucking
there,
sections, fucking bitches flashing.
And what was fucked up was
that
I
was
was
crazy. Yeah,
I wasn't even
really.
cruising. I was actually just going to pick up a friend on military. And I was cruising through there, driving through there, and the motherfuckers pulled me over. I was mad, and the motherfucker was like, God, I told my boy, God damn, man, for coming to pick you up, bro. We used to have a Bonanza back in the day. They had a
Hey, I
Bonanza.
remember that spot.
Yeah, I was coming to pick. I was like thinking, you got a lot of leftover shit there? Yeah, I got you. I said, I'll be over.
Oh,
there,
he used to
motherfucker.
work at the
He
Bonanza?
worked there, and I went to go get him from work, bro. And they fucking pulled me over. God, bitch.
You're like guaranteed to get pulled over on fucking military, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Something was gonna
that
happen.
shit was like, yeah, you're gonna get pulled over at some point.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, they used to write Easy USA.
Yeah, I know, easy.
The fucking cop was fucking with me hard about Easy, saying, "What's up with Lupe, man?" And I was like, "Who?" Lupe. And he told me the last name. He told me some fucking name. And then my brother's in the back seat with me. He goes, "Oh, he's talking about Easy." And he goes, "Yeah, your fucking boy Easy." And we're on military, bro. I don't know how he's talking about my hood way the fuck over there. He goes, "Yeah, he fucking threw a chase the other day, and he fucking, we know it was him, but he got away." Got away. And I was like, "Fucking Easy, man. It's fucking." Yeah, that dude was a fool, man. That dude Easy was a fool.
Damn. Yeah, I remember those easy tags. Fucking.
Oh, that's
Those
what.
hollows, those big ass easy hollows.
And he used to write "fuck the police" everywhere,
Yes,
bro.
I
And would
remember
tell
that
him, bro,
shit.
I'm not gonna go right with
used
you,
to
bro.
say easy USA, fuck the police.
All the time, bro. That's what he was mad about too. The cop.
I bet,
Be fucking
man.
FTP. I was like, and I told him I'm not going. I rode with him once or twice, bro. I was like, I'm not riding with you no more, G. Fuck that.
It's too much.
Fuck yeah. Another time, one time it was on a New Year's Eve. He ended up showing up to a homie's house, and my homie was having. He was a 2-6, one of my homies, and they were having a party. And said, "Hey, Easy's outside." And then we go outside, and he's holding the, he shot himself in the arm. They were shooting off some guns, but he just grazed himself, bro. It looked, but he had a lump, and you could see blood just coming out. But he said, "I just grazed myself. There's nothing in there." But I saw him, went inside, got some rides, came back out, and never saw him again, bro.
What the fuck?
He ended up leaving. I don't know what the fuck. I was like, that's the last time I saw
Last time you
Easy.
saw him? That's your last memory of that dude?
Shot in his arm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fucking Easy.
That's crazy.
Was that a long time ago?
Yeah, that was a long time. That was back in 2000, 2001.
Damn.
I was on Wildwood Street. I'll never forget that because I was like, damn, fucking Easy. Because he would just come and go. I would see him. He would pop up here and there. And he was always on the run for something or they wanted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real nasty, bro. I don't know what happened to old cat.
Well, shit. Well, you know what? We coming up on almost an hour and like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Shit.
Let's go ahead and end it here for we keep going and going and going because, man, You got me high as fuck.
It's stoned as fuck.
That's all I do.
I haven't even fucking smoked, but I feel like I'm fucking high, dog.
I'm
Like,
baked like a cake, bro.
I tell people all the time, like, fuck, that's all I do is smoke, bro.
You just keep
fucking
on
smoke.
going.
Hey, but smoking
smoke,
keeps
smoke.
me out of trouble though.
Yeah.
Fuck
too.
yeah, bro.
It keeps it calm
Me
down
too.
and shit.
Yeah, well,
Keeps
like,
me at the house, dog.
yeah.
No shit.
Keeps me on the couch.
Once I'm
And
on
it's-
that party shit, I'm fucking boo.
Yeah, I don't want to start partying again.
I like to smoke and go skate or I'll work out or something, bro. I'm like kind of active, though, but just smoking because I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I just fucking smoke everywhere I go, man.
But yeah. No. I appreciate everyone who sat here with me at this table today. I appreciate everyone listening. Like, subscribe, talk shit. Let me know what I can do better. Just talk shit. Quit being so quiet. Shout out Gemini Vato. Shout out Have Character Printing. What up, Ams? What up, 210 Drips? Let's see you come back with another hat. I know you weren't happy with that last one. I wasn't either. So I get it. Well, right next to me was Scab. I appreciate you sitting with me, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you too, man, for having me. I want to shout out some homies, bro.
Do your thing, bro.
I want to shout out to my homeboy Vix. I want to shout out to the homies, the TKO homies. Everybody else I've gone to right with or I haven't gone to right with. No offense if I don't go right with you and shit. And shout out to the homies out in San Diego too. I got a couple of BNK homies, UGS homies, OCP, BCX homies, and that's it for me, man.
Again, I appreciate you sitting with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for sitting with me, Duo.
yeah, man, it was fun, dude. I didn't know what to expect, but it turned out pretty fucking fun, man.
It's easy, right? It's fun. It's just talking. It's
Yeah,
just,
for sure, dog. Like,
You know what I mean?
Trading fucking war stories and shit.
yeah, just
man, it was
all
good to
the
hear
shit,
some of
dog.
those stories, man.
And those are just the ones I could fucking think, or he can
Right.
think at the top of your fucking head, right?
Yeah, dog. I mean,
Like, come to
there's
your
too
head.
many, bro. Like, I'm sure there's like there's ones that you forget. And
Oh yeah, shit. and then that's another thing. I smoke this shit all the time, so a lot of my fucking memories hazy, bro. People I bump into homies, like I can bump into homies or something, somebody I know, and I'll be like, "What's your name again?"
They're like,
Oh yeah,
I saw you yesterday.
And then, God damn,
Hell yeah.
I just ran into you yesterday, bro. Nah.
But hey, thanks for coming out. Saying, hey,
Hey,
man.
thanks for having us.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah.
having me again. Fucking
Oh,
awesome.
fly on the
time.
wall, bro. Fly on the
I mean,
wall.
I'm just here to make it fun.
My boy Amon, yeah.
Well, shoot, man. All of y'all stay out of trouble and don't do anything I would do unless it's free.